Hey, what's up? It's Freddy Sherman, and this is the 2022 Kia EV6 GT-Line all-wheel drive auto. And it's Kia's all-electric, dual-motor, all-wheel drive, $58,000 Tesla fighter. And in this video, I'm going to give you a detailed tour of the interior of the EV6 and talk about all the different options and features it has. Okay, now let's take a look inside the EV6. Very nicely done interior. They use a lot of recycled and sustainable materials and things like that, and really has a nice feel to it. Everything does feel kind of high-end and fancy, and the seats are very cool. You can see they have kind of a plastic backing here and this weird headrest. They're comfortable, but they're kind of oddly shaped. And then you do have USB-C charging ports on either side of the seat for your rear seat passengers. You have your window controls and things like that over here, mirror controls and all that. Again, nice fit and finish, and nice finishes with everything, with the gloss black and the brushed aluminum here. Moving on to the controls and things like that, over here you have your brightness of your display, trunk release. This opens the little fuel door where you plug in the charging port, parking brake, and traction control off. And then you have a full featured display here. The one thing I would say is that when you're driving, that speedometer is kind of hidden a little bit, you know, when you have it up on the left there. And then you can, of course, change what is shown here. This will go up and down based on your speed, and this will go up and down based on your charge. It's kind of a graphic representation. And then, of course, you can change all different kinds of settings and things like that. You do have, because this is the GT line, you do have adaptive cruise control where you can set the following distance, and then you do have Kia's version of lane keep assist, and then you can use this to make selections. You have your infotainment controls over here for the phone and radio. Down here is your drive mode selector, so if you hit that, then you can see we put it into sport. And then you also have an eco mode and a normal mode. And then if you hold it, then you have a snow mode, and that's because this is the all-wheel drive EV6, so you have a snow mode. Okay. You do have these paddle shifters here, and on this car, what they do, you see this level 1 there? Oops. They control the, I guess it's called the regenerative braking. I guess maybe that just works when I put it in drive. So there you can see level 2, level 3, and then max gives you the I pedal. And that's the setting on these electric cars where you barely need to use the brake, because when you take your foot off the accelerator, it decelerates very quickly. So this is called the I pedal, and you can essentially drive with one foot. With one pedal. You don't really need to use the brake. And then that is controlled by these paddle shifters. You can see you can change it level 3, 2, 1, which is more similar to a regular car where it coasts when you take your foot off and you have to use the brake. Interesting stuff. Moving on, you have a great touchscreen display, and I filmed some stuff in the drive-through line. Let me show you that. So what a great camera system and parking sensors and all that. So if you look here, I'm in the drive-through line here, and you can see that we have a 3D image of the car, which we can then move around, and see that? You can see the parking lot out there, and even flip it behind me and see the car that's behind me there. Isn't that cool? And you can see how I'm parked in the drive-through, whether I'm close to the curb and the car going by and all that. That is really cool. I don't know how they do that. Virtual reality. And then you have, your different settings, and you can slide back and forth. Your EV setting talks about your range, and the closest charging station is a 1/4 mile away, and you can do other, I'm not sure what EV charge transfer is and things like that. But that's all the stuff that you can do. So I wanted to talk about this feature, which is called V2L, or Vehicle to Load. And that's what allows you to take a car like the EV6 camping, because you can put a connector on the charge port, and while the car is sitting there, you can use it as a portable generator. And that doesn't mean you can just use it to charge your iPad or your phones or something like that. You can use it in an emergency to power something like a refrigerator or a home air conditioning unit for more than 300 hours. And you can certainly use it camping for an air conditioning unit, a big TV, a video game, anything like that. It really allows you to power some powerful appliances and use that car's stored energy and battery for other things in addition to powering the car. And then a map, phone, self-explanatory. Voice memo is cool. You can leave yourself a voice memo. This is a test of the Kia voice memo system. See? Leave yourself little voice memos in the car. A valet mode, because this car is so fast, you can lock it into a valet mode so it doesn't quite drive as fast. Quiet mode turns off all of the stuff in the back, so if you have people riding in the back, it makes it quiet. The radio only plays up front. And then user's manual. Kia Connect is the new name for the OOVO, it used to be called. And that is a subscription-based service that gives you all kinds of features in connection with the app. You have your climate control here, and something I like about this is, see how all these things are for the climate control? But if I do that and kind of turn it off, then it shows you, and this is all smooth, this then becomes, your map and your radio and all that kind of stuff. Kind of a general home screen. But if you do that, then it puts it for all the climate control stuff. I really thought that was cool. Moving on, you have your seat heaters and coolers here. And in case you didn't know, on an electric car, the seat cooler uses a lot less energy than the air conditioning. So it's kind of a way to preserve your charge, but still feel cool if you turn the seat cooler on. Looking over here, you do have, make sure you can see all this, you do have a USB charging port, a USB-C charging port, and then you have another USB-C down here, and a standard cigarette, 12-volt auto adapter there. You do have this big space under here because you don't have a transmission going to the back wheels, so you do have a big storage space under the center console. This is your on-off switch here, and then this is your, reverse, neutral, drive, which you just turn, drive, neutral, reverse, and there you can see that great reverse camera there. This is your brake auto hold. This turns on and off your parking sensors, and this turns on the parking camera. And then you can also use a parking assist system. If you're trying to park in a tight spot or take your car out of a tight spot, you can use the parking assist, and you can use the remote control to move the car backwards and forwards when you are out of the car. We do have a big center console in here that goes down far. As you can see, I got some stuff in there. Over here, you have your Kia Connect button. And if you have the subscription to that, it does everything. It can make hotel room reservations. It can give you directions. The Kia Connect, depending on your level of subscription, you can get live help. And then you do have a very nice sunroof and your other lighting controls. And just showing you the front seats, very, very comfortable. Very supportive for sporty driving and also comfortable on long distances. And then you can see we have power seat controls here. We have the power seat controls here. Looking at the back seat, the first cool thing that you have is, if you look at those back seats, they're rather rigid and upright. Okay, you can see those seats are kind of rigid and upright, but you do have a little control lever down there. And if I use my foot to pull it up, then you'll see that you can put the seats back. See that? See how the other one is forward and this one is back? You can do that with the other one too. It's a 60-40 split. And you have this comfortable, it's a very comfortable, breathable material on the seats. You can see it's kind of a mesh. And then we do have a lot of room in the back seat here. You have those chargers right here. You don't have a separate climate control. You do have kind of a pocket for magazines and stuff like that. And then you do have your vents here for the climate control system. You do have heated seats in the back, not cooled seats, but you do have heated seats. And again, you have your nice fit and finish, your Meridian surround sound system. And that's a look in the back. And then you have that one sunroof there. Let me show you the way back. And then you do have your automated trunk. And looking in here, so we do have a cover that pulls back and covers everything if you want that. You have a reasonably large space here. And then the big thing, of course, is to put the seats down, and you have these two levers on either side. So if you pull that, the seat folds down. Same thing on the other side. If you pull that, the seat folds down. And then this thing comes out for extra space. And then you do have some tie downs and things like that, as well as a 12-volt connection right here. And then under this, you have, Kia doesn't give you a flat tire, a spare tire anymore. You have a tire mobility kit. And then this is your and then we do also have automated closing. Hey, thank you very much for watching. That's it. That's my interior tour of the 2022 Kia EV6 GT-Line all-wheel drive auto. Please do me a favor. If you like the video, click like. Give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment on the video. Of course, please subscribe to my channel and follow me on my Instagram @DriveWithFred. Thank you very, very much for watching. I really appreciate it.